Another video, and it looked like Caitlin Clark has suffered yet another hard foul, and the referees failed to.
Caitlin Clark just took a hard hit in her final preseason game, and the WNBA ref completely missed it. A brutal no-call left fans furious, players shocked, and Caitlin staring down the official like, "Are you serious right now?" The wildest part, she got hit with a technical. You won't believe how it all went down, and how the league's silence is only making things worse.
This was a preseason game. My goodness, the first thing I can come out with here is that feed into the league pass. Am I the only one? I noticed some other folks were complaining about it online. My God.
Let's rewind the tape. Indiana Fever versus Atlanta Dream, the final preseason tune-up. Fans were hyped, the lights were on, and Caitlin Clark, the biggest draw in women's basketball, stepped onto the court looking to close out the preseason with some momentum. But it only took one possession for that hope to get body slammed. Literally, play was nothing complicated. Caitlin came off a screen with the ball in her hands, defender closing in, and then, bang, elbow to the head, full body check. She stumbled back, got up, and immediately looked at the ref. And what did the ref do? Nothing. Not a blink, not a whistle, just crickets and bad positioning. But this isn't just about one missed call. It's about the pattern, game after game. Caitlin takes hits like she's training for the UFC, and the refs act like it's a light workout in a cardio class. And here's the kicker. They did blow the whistle, but not when she got clobbered. No, they hit her with a technical foul for reacting in frustration. So let's get this straight. She gets body checked, they ignore it, she responds, and suddenly she's the problem. Make it make sense.
Well, it wasn't perfect, but the Indiana Fever did finish the WNBA preseason undefeated. Not that record matters in the preseason or the exhibition, but, when you're testing things out, trying things out, you're without Caitlin Clark for a game and you still wind up ahead on the scoreboard. But
one of the key purposes of preseason games is to give rookies a chance to prove themselves and earn a spot on the final roster. Former South Carolina Gamecocks guard Tihaina Paopao made the most of that opportunity, putting on an impressive performance. Against Indiana, she scored 14 points in just 21 minutes of action, highlighted by several standout moments including a highlight-worthy block on Lexi Hull. In the second quarter,
so second attempt, same spot, same result for Maya Caldwell as Caitlin Clark, top of the key, and drains her first triple of.
Both teams came into the game with unbeaten preseason records, but Caitlin Clark made sure the Fever ended on a high note. She delivered a 13-point performance, leading Indiana to an 81-76 win. Dream fans got a first-hand look at one of the biggest stars in sports, as Clark finished with 13 points on 5 of -11 shooting, along with 6 rebounds and 7 assists in just 23 minutes of play. At one point in the second quarter, both players traded highlights, each hitting a step-back three-pointer in the other's face. On back-to-back possessions, 6 rookie just last year, but nonetheless that's the biggest name in the game, and there is no intimidation factor whatsoever there from Tina Powell's fight. I thought she deserved them. Her own shout-out can obviously shoot the rock, maybe one of those players. Because of that, who goes on to have a better pro career than you would expect relative to the college production, I guess, is how I would put it. In the Dreamer, an interesting team overall. Alicia Gray didn't have a good game in that one and dealt with something, but this is a really good player. Obviously, Ryan Howard, a really good scorer. Obviously, neither of them did much. Brittany Grinder barely played in the game, but that is a team that has a level of intrigue. Considering Grier was shooting the threes, considering the young players that they brought in, and considering the established players they already had. So we're looking forward to watching Atlanta and Pow a little bit. Following the showdown between the Fever and the Dream, Atlanta will tip off the regular season with a game against the Mystics on Friday, while on the flip side, Indiana will collide with the Chicago Sky next Saturday, with the Dream looking to return to the postseason and make it out of the first round for the first time since 2016, and the Fever looking to cement themselves as true title contenders. The 2025 WNBA season seems poised to deliver fireworks for both teams. Indiana came out strong in the first quarter, fueled by their dominant win over the Brazilian women's national team at Caitlin Clark's alma mater last weekend. In the first quarter, Indiana outscored Atlanta 20-1 and 16, with the Fever's offense firing on all cylinders, as AI Boston and Caitlin Clark combined for 12. I feel younger here, and they believe in me. Yeah, I think that's to your point. The Pow not taking Any time off the bench. On the flip side, Atlanta received a major injection of energy from Nahina Paopao off the bench, who logged 5 first-quarter points. Sophie Cunningham deciding to reset things, step back triple, and Caitlin not happy wanted. The foul as well. There's end triple for Caitlin Clark, no good, but she is the first in double figures. She has 11 for 7 from the field. Paopao returning the favor. And does I like it? Paopao said, I was kind of mad that you scored that 3 on me, so I knew I had to get my lick back, and that's what I did in the second. Atlanta was able to build some momentum, outscoring Indiana 24-21 en route to a 2-point deficit at the half, but Clark received a technical foul in the second quarter, her first of the preseason, staying with her, preventing her from getting those touches. And Caitlin Clark gets hit with a tech she was joining for a while after that foul call on Aaliyah. But this one I think is a foul. Her frustration with missing the last 3, she believed the foul should have been called on a bounce pass that was intercepted and turned into a layup by Atlanta's Bree Jones. She threw the ball against the hoop stanchion after the basket, prompting the referee to immediately turn and give her a technical. Received 6 during her rookie season in 2024, coming just 1 away from getting suspended without pay for a game. Preseason technicals don't count toward the regular season limit of 7. The Dream outscored Clark and the Fever in the second quarter, led by Tahena Popa, 11 points last attempt, as another Atlanta. When it's 3, make it 12 to step back trip, and Caitlin not happy wanted the foul as well off. But it started with the right there. Bree Jones with a nice pin bro who slips backdoor, but Bethany White knows all the well for Caitlin Clark, no good. But she is in the second half. Atlanta continued to chase the Fever and kept the gap within reach, as Paopao and Breonna Jones led the charge. Sophie Cunningham Disidetto reset things, step back, triple, and Kane is not happy. Lardes is no good, but she is the first in double figures. She has 11 for 7 from the field. Paopao is returning the favor. And does I like it? Pao said, I'm an NCAA star. Despite keeping the deficit to single digits, the Dream failed to stop the Fever on the offensive end to give themselves a chance to catch up. Indiana would extend the lead to 11 points early into the fourth quarter and cruise to victory. After a scrappy final 3 quarters, Clark finished the game on the bench with 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. In the third quarter, Indiana managed to swing momentum their way as Kelsey Mitchell joined the scoring party. The third finds free jump. She is putting on a clinic in Boston. She can score in a myriad of ways. Might want to patent that scoop that we saw on the line of points. Gray finds Ryan Howard's 3-ball wassail was good. It was like a blast that we saw from the jersey, as Chada Walker was talking to the official about the rap. Caitlin Clark was to get up as they had numbers, and Ollie Gray from this hill in the fourth. Atlanta attempted to battle back, outscoring the Fever by 1. But thanks to the lead Indiana had built up through 3 quarters, they were able to secure an 81-76 win. Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hall joined forces to lift the Indiana Fever over the Atlanta Dream. Ina Nero 8,176 win Saturday to end their preseason undefeated. Walker Kimbrough, yes. She came out of Maryland in 2017, drafted in the first round overall. Another Hall helped secure the victory with a fourth quarter explosion, finishing the game with 14 points. Kelsey Mitchell also tallied double digits for Indiana with 12. The Atlanta Dream did not have enough gas in the tank to overcome Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever in their preseason matchup on Saturday. The Dream put up a good fight, but they ultimately fell short, losing the game 8,176. Atlanta may have had a better shot at taking down Clark and co. had it not been for 9-time All-Star Brittany Grier leaving the game after just 2 minutes played. The good news is that Grier did not sustain an injury, and the Dream just decided to give the 3-year-old veteran some rest. Has 11 for 7 from the field. Paopao returning the favor. And does I like it? Pao said, Briner had to watch the remainder of the game from the sidelines on Sunday. She took to Instagram to share her reaction to a telling detail from the contest that involved one of her teammates in the clip below. Dream rookie Tina Paopao is seen clapping for Fever star Aaliyah Boston as the latter made her free throw. Grier just had to react. I don't see why how is that a thing? But what gets me even more when you talking about the greatest players in the sec, Tina Paopao, sometimes the afterthought, it made me so upset last season. Some people must have forgot about the greatness of a Tina Paopao. But one thing that actually makes me so mad is that fans of our own basketball team, the three-time national champion, forgets about Pao. How good this young lady is, like we doing starting lineups and folks be like, oh no, For context, Pow Pow and Boston share the same alma mater, both players suited up for the South Carolina Gamecocks before turning pro. They did not get the opportunity to be teammates, though with Pow Pow arriving right after the Fever selected Boston during the game. The rookie caught herself quickly, though, which Grinder thought was funny. It was Clark who led the Fever to victory on Saturday with 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists, as Indiana went 3-0 in the preseason level for women's basketball versus playing in the pro. She said, "When we go traveling and we had hotels," she said, "I no longer," she said, "first of all, I get my own room. I ain't got to share a room with someone else or even a bed. Sometimes they sleep in the same bed." Okay, these college athletes, these college women basketball players, when they traveling, they say sometimes in the same room, if not just the same room, the same bed. She said, "I don't have to share room or bed no more." And then she said, "Do I no longer have to ask my coach for permission if I want to leave the hotel?" Okay, much has been made about the muscle Caitlin Clark put on during the WNBA offseason. But before and after photos are one thing, while the practical application of said strength increase is another. However, it appears that Clark's added mass could pay massive dividends for the team in the 2025 season. This was apparent during the team's 8,176 preseason win over the Atlanta Dream on Saturday. There was nothing particularly different about the way Clark played, but the ease with which she executed some of her trademark moves stood out. Also, guys, again, not to be messy down the field, but again, it was just interesting. Because I spoke about this last season, why does it seem like so many of the bigs and the like, mainly the other bigs, okay, in the WNBA team, that like to come for all the Boston? Did y'all see Hannah's Hellman? Okay, my East Side Cleveland girl. I'm not sure if she's from the East Side, but I know she's from Cleveland. She had Ohio girly, Midwest girly, Cleveland girly. Okay, Nasman pulled up on Aliyah Boston. She was kind of giving her the finger. I'm like, what is this? Okay, but again, like, it was all kind of somewhat and just okay. But the way Leah Boston was, like, looking so defensive, she always looked defensive and confused. When she is confronted by the other women in the WNBA, they was like, what do Leah Boston be doing to y'all? Okay, she must be messing with y'all, man, because it's been so many women that pull up on her and threaten her. Brittany Grier, Nana's Hill, like it was so many women last year that would get into it with all Leah Boston. But thankfully, guys, I forgot to download the link or not the